Well, there's no way we're gonna do the video right here, but it's realistic. Once we get to a secure, dry location, um, we'll, we'll explain exactly what happened. There's the baby. Nothing like a wet dog and a wet daddy. All right, so if you can tolerate the rain on a tin roof, try to keep the video authentic. There's the baby. So the baby and I came to the farm, and we came over here for a run, and we knew it was going to rain today, and just kind of working in and out between the rain showers. And so we got our run in, and here comes the first big wave. I mean, it was a big one. And we hid out here in the building, and she was in rehab, and I was rehabbing, and I had a little bit of work I needed to do. So I really wasn't going to change clothes and put on my pants and boots and all that. I was like, I just got a couple little things I need to do. As my daddy would always say, it was a 5-minute project. There is no such thing. So loaded up the Gator, took off, and I'm buzzing around the farm. Beautiful day here in South Georgia, and getting a lot of work done. And I was watching the radar, and I was like, man, I think it's coming. And boy, I started to get a couple of raindrops. I was like, all right, it's time to head back to the building. And I was almost as far away from the building as I could be, which is probably about a mile. And that's when I ran out of gas. And I always get on the boys about, make sure you fill everything up. And they haven't run the Gator here in a while, so this is on me. And we got gas in the building. And as soon as I ran out of gas, I mean, here it come. I mean, like a torrential downpour, whatever that is. And I'm like, holy crap, this is bad. And so, man, I just tried to cover everything up on the Gator. I didn't want to get wet. I got stuff back here on our little boat that got soaked. And so I loaded up, and I started walking our little roads and stuff. And then I started thinking, about those roads. And when the wife was pregnant with the first boy, we used to walk those every evening, like clockwork. And then when the first boy was born, put him in that little thing in the front. And 2 years later, she's pregnant, with the second boy. And so the first one's walking, and the second one's trying to walk. He's just bouncing around inside the belly. So I get back here, and I'm like, I got to get my gas can. Right? And we've got big tanks of fuel. So I got the baby out, and she was ready to go. She rehabbed up. She was like ready to let it rip. And it is just a downpour. I fill up my gas can, and I thought about driving back there with the Jeep and doing all that, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to walk. So the can was half empty or half full. I don't know which way you look at it, but it was a good day. And so I humped it back there, and me and the baby walked the same paths that 2 dogs before her walked when the boys were little. And she had her ears slicked back. She was having a big time, and I mean, just water running down the little roads and stuff, and I'm soaked, and filled up the Gator, and then we come back, and I went really slow. She don't like riding on the Gator, and so I went really slow, so it wasn't a hard PT session for her, and got back here. But the moral to the video, it's a short video. It's all about perspective and how you look at things. I mean, did it kind of mess things up? What's the worst thing that happened? I got wet. I got more walk-in today. I got my steps, as they call it, and I got to spend some quality time with the baby. And then I got to relive those cherished moments that just seem to evaporate, of walking those roads, when the bride was pregnant with the first boy, pregnant with the second boy. And then all of the times that we've been on the farm hunting and doing stuff when the boys were little, you know, and I mean, it was just like going down memory lane, except it was just pouring cats and dogs. And I don't know, it was cool. And so for a lot of times, that's the way it is. You know, when you get caught in that moment, you're in that moment and you're like, you kind of grit your teeth and you're pissed, you know, you're like, crap. And I'm telling you, it hit me. As soon as I ran out of gas, I got my flashlight out, it ain't got a gas gauge. And I looked down in the tank and I said, God dang it, you idiot. And then I just kind of stepped back and I said, you know what? It's a rainy day in South Georgia. I got fuel. I got all kinds of things. Hell, let's just make the best of it. So with all that being said, I hope you all enjoyed that little bit of a video. I'll buzz you around. Not much to look at except the baby's she's racked out, man. She's ready for a nap. And we're going to head home and probably try to dry up. Hang on. So as you can see, the baby is definitely rehabbing. Hey, baby. Man, nothing like good hard rain. I swear that cotton has grown about 3 inches since it rained. We got junk wet everywhere. We're running the dehumidifier in the garage. I got to take a bunch of gear back. Did the baby. So who am I today? I'm a guy that's absolutely glad he ran out of gas. Seriously. I mean, you always kind of see them people walking down the road carrying a gas can. You're like, man, how do they let that happen? At least I got an excuse. I don't have a gas gauge. Oh, look at her, the baby. Get it, baby? Ain't nothing like a dog rolling up on its back, just a spinning and a getting it. But the point is, I'm glad I ran out of gas. And I could have let it foul me out. I could have got mad, and I was like, man, suck it up, enjoy it, and then go down memory lane with all those memories. And that's what I did. And the baby had a great time, and we did get struck by lightning, and it was a good day. So with all that being said, hope you all enjoyed the video. And hey, feedback, we love it. When you're in that moment and you grit your teeth, just think about it. Like my daddy always said, somebody's got it worse.